to the library. Yeah, of course the library's free. It's always been free. There's nothing to sell here. Yeah, okay, yeah. Remember, recall for many years that the church and Herbert Armstrong never sold anything. Freely you have received, freely give. It's pretty simple concept, and even they always had these cards. Remember, in the middle there, buy the truth, sell it not. That was the basic principle of the church. So really quite simple. Yet, here's something to think about. Yet, in the parable of the 10 virgins, okay, which is one of the parables for our time, the wise virgins give the foolish virgins, seems like, some advice to solve their problem of not having enough oil. Go to those who sell and buy for yourselves. Now, if that was advice from the wise, and now we also know from the parable it clearly did not work out. As it says in the end of the parable, I know you not. Now, how can it really be called wise advice then? Go to those who sell. Now, why was the wise advice not so wise? Could it be they weren't actually giving advice? Rather, they were pointing out possibly their problem. Rather than getting their source of oil from sources that have always been free, when the church it was always free, okay? Remember the truth the virgins had, okay? Just keep the concept in mind. It's always been free. The church never sold a thing, never sold anything. But the wise, who still had oil obtained free, tell the foolish to go to those that sell it. Could it be that is the reason they've been running out of oil this whole time? They've changed from the free source of oil and had already been going to those who sell it. Things we can know from this parable. They're all virgins, so at one point in time they all had oil, okay? Otherwise they would not be virgins. The wise took oil with them. They had a ready, free supply. The foolish did not, but clearly did not see the problem till it was too late. How do you run out of something while being completely oblivious to the problem? Very often, that's a cause of a faulty supplier. This is essentially a supply chain fail. You think you're being supplied with something when you really are not. Maybe your supplier shorted you, or sent you the wrong product, or sent you the wrong amount, or something along that nature, or the wrong quality or wrong quantity. And now I've been in those kind of situations before in my regular job. Only things in my job it's things like towels and pillowcases. I didn't get enough this week, so I got to really be careful on how much I use. This is the same thing that overwhelms the virgins. They wake up and go to their supply and find it is insufficient. Why? Because they changed their supplier. And the wise virgins point out the problem by telling them, go to those who sell. Remember, the church never sold anything. Okay? So is there a biblical definition or account of someone or a group of someones that do sell? There is. Those that sell can be found in Ezekiel 13. Read the entire context. Read the entire context, but pay particular attention to verse 19. They get paid, they sell for handfuls of barley and pieces of bread. This leads to the death of souls that should not die. And that is exactly what happens to the foolish virgins. People have long complicated the parable of the 10 virgins, and it really is quite simple. Supply chain fail. If you want or need a more complicated version, then maybe you should go to those who sell. Now, we're all checked out? Okay. Thanks for visiting the library, where we always keep God's truth within easy reach.